Ukraine continues to defend its independence, and there is some news for today for you. Before we begin, please don't forget to like this video, write some comments and subscribe our channel to show your support for the Ukrainian people. On this footage you can see the defeat of the new Russian self-propelled artillery system TOS-40 Flux, which only yesterday entered service with the Russian army. On the Kupiansk direction, the Russian occupiers have assembled a powerful fist of attack to move in three directions: through Solntsepyok to Kupiansk, through Petropavlivka and Stepovano-Vasilivka to Kupiansk-Vuzlovy. On this direction at least 100,000 Russian invaders have been assembled, and even an additional army has been sent to help. The Russian occupiers has already launched an offensive near Makiivka. It is also possible that the Russian occupiers will strike from Kreminna in three directions. It is known that 4 tanks and 5 APCs were lost by the Russians during an attempt 9 breakthrough on the Kupiansk direction. As experts and the military said, a fist was being built up for more than 2 weeks, was disposed of in one night. The Russian occupiers surrendered to the armed forces of Ukraine near Bakhmut. Also in the area of Klishchiivka and Andriivka, the Ukrainian soldiers have success. The Ukrainian soldiers of the 128th Mountain Assault Brigade hit a Russian BMP which was moving at full speed with a kamikaze drone. The process and result of the hit can be seen from two angles: a kamikaze drone catching up to the BMP and hitting the stern, and a reconnaissance drone observing the combat operation. As a result of the hit, one of the crew members were eliminated and 2 more were wounded. The 1st Battalion of the 70th Regiment of the Russia was completely destroyed near Robotyne. Corpses and spare parts are being taken to the morgues of Melitopol. On the Tokmak direction, the Russians are regrouping due to huge losses and withdrawing some troops after the Ukrainian army crushed them. The armed forces of Ukraine advanced near Novoprokopivka. A long battle for Tokmak began, the course of which would determine the fate of the offensive campaign. There will be no victory for Russia. The losses they have suffered cannot be considered a success. The main task of the operation is to cut one of 2 supply lines: the Volnovaha-Melitopol Railroad, and the second is the Crimean Railway Bridge. When the armed forces of Ukraine cut Tokmak, it will be a quarter of the victory. When the armed forces of Ukraine liberate the city, it will be a half of victory. And when the armed forces of Ukraine collapse the southern front, it will actually be a return to February 24th, and Putin will return to where he started, having lost 350,000 lives and buried 4 tank armies. Atesh reported that the Russian occupiers are preparing for the defense of Tokmak. Russian occupiers were sent to strengthen the fortification lines near Tokmak. Before that, Atesh managed to reconnoiter 2 positions of the defense lines. First along the road T-0408 at the exit from Tokmak towards the settlement Solotkabalka, and second one at the exit from the village of Ocheretuvate towards Tokmak on the road T-0401. The security service of Ukraine targeted the Russian Solntsepyok with HIMARS. It was supposed to strike the armed forces of Ukraine positions, carrying out a counteroffensive on the Zaporizhia direction, but it was destroyed by a HIMARS missile along with its crew and full ammunition load. Army of Drones sent a new batch of 2,000 UAVs with artificial intelligence to the front. They will help to safely conduct reconnaissance, adjust artillery, and find even well camouflaged Russian targets thanks to artificial intelligence. And this is work of attack drones and artillery. Over the last week, UAV strike companies hit 220 pieces of Russian equipment. This is all interesting news for today for you. Please do not stand aside, support Ukraine. Like this video, write some comments and subscribe our channel. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes.